you know, bro, that you have this problem, like you want to just become way more disciplined with your work, with your online business, your tasks, cold calls, YouTube videos, whatever you want to do, or other tasks, homework, whatever. But you just cannot seem to do it. You just don't seem to get yourself to do those things. Well, what's happening is that you have the goal, right, of actually getting those tasks done for a specific purpose, for a specific reason, so that you achieve something, right? Now, what happens is that your current version of yourself, your current version, tries to stop you and gives you resistance in different forms, like anxiety, boredom, procrastination, perfectionism, and so many more things that just basically are excuses. You basically cope and think that, yeah, this is a valid excuse, this is a valid reason of why I cannot do this work task right now. And thing is, it wins you over and you just don't seem to do the work. The thing is, bro, to actually stop that once and for all and begin finally becoming a way more disciplined person is to understand this equation, whatever it's pronounced like, man, equation, which is effort times resistance equals pain. The more effort you put in times the resistance you feel, like those feelings inside that just try to make you not do the work, right? Well, guess what? You get pain out of that. And that pain, you need it so that you actually kill your current standards. Let's just put it this way. And what happens after that is that you actually become a new person. The more you expose yourself to more pain and newer standards. That's exactly what I've done, bro, with my story. If you watched it, that with the non-negotiable event, when I literally went from a guy who felt like a loser, who let himself and others down, who just to then begin to keep his every promise, to tick every box, to literally become exponentially more disciplined. And through all that and so many more events, for example, I'm preparing for a mini marathon, 10.5 kilometers, right? And I'm running non-stop on certain days, right? When I run. And guess what? Especially on the days when it's super hot outside, the sun is beaming on me, the sunlight. Well, guess what? I start having resistance and so many thoughts that just tell me, oh, quit, just take a break, just walk. I mean, because I'm running there literally non-stop for kilometers, non-stop, right? And the brain, at some point, it just wants me to quit. It just wants me to give up, and that's resistance, right? But you can still keep going. That's the thing, and you must, to level up. And thing is, you see, the more you expose yourself to pain, and the more you get yourself into that zone when it feels uncomfortable, but you know it's the right thing to do, that's how you level up. That's how you become more disciplined. You do things that require discipline, and you expose yourself to that thing that just feels uncomfortable, but you gotta do it, and you have this resistance that just you don't want to do it, but you expose yourself to it, and guess what happens? You create pain, and with more pain you kill your current standards. That you kill the dragon, let's say, as Charlie says, and you become your desired higher self, future self. Now, thing is, you see, the more you expose yourself for this pain, the more you become this new person, the more you become this new character. And that's how you update and upgrade your standards. And another way to do that is obviously affirmations. And it sounds silly, but truth be told, bro, I've been doing this for months. I've been telling myself I'm a disciplined individual, I'm productive with every decision. I'm disciplined with every decision and task for the day. I've been telling this to myself, bro, for months. At the beginning it felt a bit weird. It felt a bit like a lie. but you're actually telling it in the present moment. So don't feel guilty, because you are now choose to be disciplined, and you are. It's true. It's the truth. And so you tell yourself more and more this, and guess what started to happen? I started to act based on that thought. Based on that thought. Because guess what? The more you repeat something to yourself, the more it becomes a new belief. It becomes a new belief, and the more you say it to yourself, the more you reinforce it. Now what happens is that you operate based on that, right? And so when you operate based on that, you obviously begin having new standards and new different ways of operating, and you can go for way longer. Now for example on the run, you can go way longer. On the task, you can actually go and do it, because you now raise your standard, and now you simply cannot accept excuses anymore, if you know what I mean, because that's below you. And so you're not doing the activities of the kind of person that is at a lower level than you, because you level up yourself. And now you do the activities of this kind of person at the higher level, and the standards that he has. And so you cannot drop. You don't want to drop. You literally don't accept a lower standard at that point. And so you increase your standard by doing all this through these daily affirmations. Literally say this to constantly, daily, to yourself, that you're a disciplined individual, that you're a productive individual. You're someone who's productive. Say, I'm productive, I'm disciplined with every decision, with every task. When you do this, bro, daily, that's the important thing, daily, the more you reinforce this belief, and the more you start operating based on that. Because you right now are not the kind of person who can be disciplined. You gotta turn yourself into someone who can be, if that makes sense. Which of course it does, of course. And imagine a laptop, right? Let's say you have a laptop. If it has bad components, you don't see them, right? You don't see necessarily, you don't look into your brain and see your standards or whatever. You perhaps can know what they are, but like with components, you don't see them, you don't see exactly what's there. And look, if that laptop has bad components, it will operate in very bad. But if you get a new laptop, and that one has amazing components compared to the other one, this one of course will operate amazingly better, right? Of course, it will perform better frame rate, better whatever, better components, which make it operate and perform way better compared to the other one. That's what happens with your identity. You need to change it. You need to change your beliefs. You need to change your standards and what you believe is possible for you to actually do, even right now, not just in the future. You can right now literally go on a run, and you will at some point you will start having these thoughts in your brain that just tell you, oh, quit, this is just stupid, why do you do this guy Sebastian, it's just a lot of fluff, just go and watch YouTube or something, it's just stupid. Thing is, though, you need to be aware of those thoughts, and like in meditation, right? Like in meditation, for example, you put your app Medito, you sit somewhere, you meditate. What happens? You have these thoughts, these distractions. You gotta get them away. You gotta throw them away, and just focus on the breath again. And in that case, you focus on the run again. So, for example, it felt hard at some points. For example, I was at my cousin's. For example, if you watched my stories on Instagram, I was at my cousin's recently, or somewhat recently. And I had a run there for a couple kilometers. I think in total was, I don't know, a couple, 6 or 9 or something like this. And it was a sunny day. It was hot, super hot, or at least pretty hot for a run. It was literally beaming on me with sunlight, and it felt, a bit, headaches and stuff like this. And I just kept running. And bro, I tell you, on that run and on others, all these thoughts just told me, like, oh, stop, why do you do this, why do you keep doing this, this is just stupid, or, oh, you can rest right now, you run enough. That's not enough, that's not good enough, because we want to get better. Do you understand? We want to get better and to actually do that task. And so thing is, I knew that was resistance, and I just kept going for a little longer. And look, it doesn't need to be hours, but just do that task a little longer, a little better. When you do this, you expose yourself to more pain, and the more you do this, the more you adapt to a new standard, and the more you literally level up and go to into a different realm or whatever. I mean, not like that, but you get the point. Like in a video game, you go to a whole new different level. You upgrade, you level up, and the more you level up, the more powerful you become, and the more powerful tools you have, the more whatever, right, resources and so on. And like in real life, well, you have better standards, you have better beliefs, you have more energy, you begin to understand, oh, I can actually do this. The more you expose yourself to this kind of stuff, and of course not pain like, oh, injuries or something. I don't mean that. I mean pain in terms of discomfort when doing a good thing that you know you need to do. It just feels hard. A productive task, for example, right? And so I tell you, bro, begin telling yourself these affirmations that you're disciplined, that you're productive, and say them every day. The more you say this, bro, the more I said it, the more I became that person. And you know what's an amazing thing with this is that it works automatically, even when you don't realize it. So, for example, I needed some time to go to the store and to go on a walk or something like this. I didn't want to. I just didn't really feel like it. I just stayed on my sofa. I just, relaxed. The thing is, I needed to go, or kind of urgently. And thing is, I didn't feel like it, and I thought to myself, oh, but maybe later. And guess what happened after that? My identity told myself inside. I told myself inside, well, no, you cannot do that. You cannot just go later. We're not that kind of guy. We're disciplined. And so you see, it operates. It's bulletproof. It operates in the background, and it's like the blueprint, the foundation you operate on, which is amazing. Such an awesome concept. The more you apply, the more effort you apply to that resistance, to that task, the more pain you create, and the more you defeat those current standards and adopt new ones, and expose yourself to newer levels and to newer possibilities and to newer strength, power. You get the point, energy, and so on. And the more you show yourself, yeah, this is how you do it. And all these, and you perhaps saw all these videos of productivity on YouTube, literally just trying to find different ways and secrets of how to become more productive. There are some tactics, even on my channel, you can see them. But thing is, bro, trust me, if you want to actually get something done, you need to go and get it done. I mean, look, you can apply all the tactics in the world, and sure, some will help, some do help indeed, and I teach them on the channel. But the thing is, you gotta actually go and do the work to even apply them or whatever, or even if you don't use anything. To do that task, you gotta actually go and do it, because otherwise, how will you get it done? So thing is, you want to become more disciplined, expose yourself to more things that require discipline. Look at David Goggins, for example. Look at guys like him, or like other, don't idolize, of course, that's a sin, you know it. The thing is, what I mean is, you see all these top performance people, they expose themselves to just discomfort. That's how they achieve a new standard. So they cannot just quit or just give up or go, for example, the next time on the task, or half do it or something, or skip on it. No, because their identity says to themselves, oh, no, we're not that kind of guy. We're disciplined. We have this, and you know what you've done. Now you cannot just go regress. You expose yourself to newer levels. As Wes Watson says, once you've been exposed, you cannot be unexposed. So when you achieve the new level, and the faster you do that, the better. The faster you know, you can actually go and do that right now, not later. You have the capacity to do right now, so you have no excuse. So then you will be forced to get into a newer standard because you want the goal and you want the thing. And another way to actually do this way better is to actually specify the goal way better, to actually make it more meaningful. Put numbers to it, put vision boards, put stuff that actually inspires you and brings positive emotion in. And you might say, oh, but Sebastian, why motivation, why positive emotions if you talk about discipline? Well, look, you just won't use discipline without a reason, right? I mean, you don't look. You gotta have a motive, a reason of why you do something, so that then when it feels hard, you still use discipline so that you go and achieve the goal. That's how it works. And the more meaningful the reason, the more you will actually make it understandable or justifiable for you to do the task, so that you achieve the result, so that you get closer to it. So that's how it works. And the more meaningful the goal, the better. That's literally how it works. And it's such an awesome principle, such an awesome concept. Effort times resistance equals pain. The more pain you get, the better. Of course, not physical pain, but you get the point. Maybe even on runs, but you get the point. Another thing is that effort needs to be higher than the resistance you feel. I mean, think about it. You need to enhance your effort. You need to put more effort in, and with more of a strong desire and drive to actually go and conquer it. Because think about it. If you did math in school, right? You know how to multiply, how to divide, right? What happens? Okay, let's say. Okay, so there's this equation, right? Effort times resistance equals pain. Let's say the pain is the number 18, for example. And let's say the resistance is the number 6. Well, effort times resistance equals pain, right? So to now know the effort, you need to divide pain by resistance, whatever you call it in English, whatever. So thing is, you divide those, and 18 divided by 6, well, that's 3, which means supposedly in that case effort. And effort in this case is lower than the resistance, is weaker. So in that case, you will lose because the resistance is higher. So what you need to do is to flip it and to put the effort, for example, 6. And when you'll divide 18 by 6, which is the effort now in this case, well, the resistance is 3. And 6, which is the effort in this case, is way higher than 3, which is the resistance in this case. So you see, you gotta bring your effort up so that you conquer the resistance and you get more pain and you increase your standard, therefore, right? So that's how you do it. And if you don't have a strong enough effort, I tell you, make the goal more meaningful and sit through the pain more and literally just improve your efforts. That's how you do it. And it sounds simple, it sounds kind of silly. Oh, Sebastian, where's the secret? Like, this is the secret, man. There's no secret, or at least when you actually understand all this. That's how you do it. You just expose yourself to more discomfort and you adapt to it. That's the name of the game. That's it. That's discipline. Do the thing when you don't feel like doing it. And of course, it's got to be the right thing, but you get the point. And by the way, as we finish with this video, look at this beautiful, amazing view, right? Awesome, man. So I'm blessed to actually be able to film here at my grandparents in the countryside. Man, it's beautiful. Look at that, man. In summer, beautiful, amazing day. But you get the point, man. Trial by fire, as Charlie said. This principle of resistance times effort equals pain. Trial by fire. You just put yourself through that discomfort, through that, not physical fire, but you get the point, right? Through that discomfort. And so that's how you do it. And you increase your standards, you become a new person with new beliefs, new standards that are higher, that are better. You become more disciplined, more productive with every task you got it and want to do. That's how you do it. And it's such an interesting, awesome concept. Think about it, bro. It's so cool. And if you like this kind of content, watch more videos on the channel. I mean, I teach stuff that helped me a lot with discipline, with productivity, focus, confidence. If you like it, subscribe, look on the channel. Look at that. Look on the channel. Also join our Discord server, and I also do now some free coaching calls for a while. Don't know for how long, but we'll see. So if you're interested, I can only take a couple people at once. But yeah, go check the link in the description, and then you'll have in Gmail the link for the call that we gotta have in Calendly, so that I can share with you my blueprint. But yeah, that's it, I guess. That's it. Beautiful view once again. Lovely. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. I gotta give you a task. I gotta give you a task. Hopefully people didn't actually click off the video. But for you that remained, bro, I need to make sure I give you something to do right now, so that you come battle that resistance and win. Because if not, it will give you reasons that seem fair, so that you don't do that specific productive task. So for example, right now, whatever is the task you gotta do, just go and do it. Yes, it will feel hard, yes, whatever. But let's say if you, for example, are a YouTuber and don't want to make videos for some reason, although it's awesome, go and make one. Or if you send cold DMs or cold calls, do one right now. Or if you are a runner and you gotta go on a run, go and make that run and literally force yourself to go a little longer than your thoughts tell you to. Because look, you control your mind, not your thoughts. That's the thing. And so yeah, that's it. Go and do that task that feels hard, but that you know you need to do right now, so that you combat that resistance, you battle it, and you win. Because otherwise, you just won't make it. Otherwise you just won't make it. You gotta make sure you put yourself in more discomfort. That's it. Yep. Remember, we're limitless because we never peak, if we so choose to. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.